Hey everyone, welcome to Get Loose, Geek Out. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we chew through our topic of the week every week, 3 days a week. So join me, James, Mike and our good friend Alan as we chew through our chosen geeky topic of the week. Don't forget also to find our main podcast, and you can see where you can find it right here. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of our binge box set week. It's me this week, so Alan and Mike have to listen to me. And
Shocker.
Then probably
there's something new.
Probably poke holes in my list. But my 3, don't expect anything new. I've gone for comfort food equivalents of box sets for me. So my first one, I'm going to say one word and you'll know what it is.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah. Yes, we know what it is.
It is Sharp, starring Sean Bean. And I think I figured out why he dies in everything else. It's because he should have died in every episode of Sharp, but didn't. So the universe is balancing it out. That's why he dies in everything else. As Alan said in his, he likes history. I like dramas that do link into history. So Sharp does take place in the Napoleonic Wars, and you do get, points in history. And yes, he wasn't actually a person that was there, but the supporting cast were, and the actual actions in the war did happen. So that kind of appeals to me a little bit, and it's just a bit of fun. They're basically the TV movies, every episode, a couple of hours long. You can reel off a list of who's who of British actors who have been in Sharp. A very young Liz Hurley gets her tits out in one episode, which is always good. So it's just boobs and bastards, basically.
It almost sounds like a pre sort of Game of Thrones type of show.
Kind of. It was a bit safer because it was on ITV, so you just got a bit of boob. There was no, incest in the opening scene. But no, it's a fun military romp.
Yeah, I remember sitting down and watching Sharp when I was a kid.
Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, Sharp time.
Yeah.
I can't say I did because I'm not as old as you two.
No, but you look older.
Fuck you. I don't. No, I don't. Fuck you. You're just trying to look young with your mohawk. Are you down with the kids?
I can get rid of my mohawk and I can have an old man side parting like yours. You prefer, old buddy. There you go. If that makes you feel better. So yeah, it is a fun romp through history, and almost its counterpart, which was good, was also Hornblower, which was along similar lines, but it's Sharp on ships, basically.
I preferred Hornblower, if I've got to be honest.
I do like Hornblower. I think it was too short-lived.
Yeah.
It needed more episodes, and they're both about people rising from humble beginnings, rising through the ranks. So it's that underdog story, and it's just a bit of fun. You don't have to concentrate too hard on it, and you can just lose yourself for a little while. So that is my number 1. Number 2 is something I haven't actually seen yet, but I plan to, and I have done for years, is 24.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Gemma's watched some of this in the past, and she was like, oh, I want to watch it again. Well, she's like, I haven't seen it all, so I want to watch it, but I don't really want to sit through it all, but I'm going to watch it, but I will watch it with you. So we kind of got there in the end, and there's a lot of seasons to go at, so it's a good one to commit to. And we managed to meet halfway, and we watched Designated Survivor, which she called Fake 24.
Yeah.
Because Gemma struggles with actors being in other things. So for her, Kiefer Sutherland is Jack Bauer. And that's it. So even when even when we were a season and a half into Designated Survivor, it was still, what's Jack up to this week? Like, no. But yeah, obviously it's a very critically acclaimed show. I've not heard anybody say a bad word about it. Every episode focuses on 1 hour. So surely there's 5 or 6 really boring hours where he's asleep.
Yeah, they seem to cut out the parts where he's eating, where he's going to the toilet, sleeping, for some strange reason.
It just feels like for 24 hours that man's running.
Yeah.
Like that man spends a full day just running.
I think, God damn it, or whatever his catchphrase is, something like that. But yeah, I plan to watch that. I quite like the look of it, and like I say, I heard good things. So, and it's available. I bought it at Christmas. It was a good deal on a box set because it wasn't on anything, and now it's coming available on. I think it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So thanks Disney, twats. Could have saved myself 25 quid. So that is the second one. My third choice is Band of Brothers. Why are you rolling your eyes?
I knew this was going to come up on someone's list. I didn't know whose, but I knew it was just going to come up. And don't get me wrong, I think Band of Brothers is amazing, but it's 1 season long.
That's all it needs to be.
But 2 hours an episode.
No, but it's not like it's 1 season, isn't it?
It's bingeable. You can just watch it all in a day if you really want to.
There's over 20 hours there.
Yeah,
I don't understand your problem with it.
It's 1 season. Like I just knew it was going to come up on like.
Yeah, would you prefer that each episode is broken down into 4 half-an-hour episodes? So
no,
we had.
I'm not saying that, but the idea of binge is it's multiple seasons.
You couldn't watch it in a day, so that's a hell of a binge.
You could watch it in a day.
Not in a traditional day where you have 8 hours sleep. You couldn't. Twat bag.
I gotta say.
Well, I'm saying though, if it was broken down into half-an-hour episodes and they made four seasons,
it wouldn't make no sense, though, would it?
If it would make no sense, it would make some sense because that's a double negative. But that's another thing aside. Yeah, I don't understand your problem with it. It's many hours of quality TV, so it's bingeable.
Fine,
go for it.
I gotta say, I agree with James on this.
You think so?
It's bingeable. You can watch it all in one go. I don't think having multiple seasons really makes any bearing on whether a series is bingeable.
I think, well,
in my opinion.
Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted and hijacked by Mike. Yeah, it is 10 episodes. I was just checking. Yeah, considering that it's been around 20 years now, it was released in 2001, it still looks amazing. I know it's set in World War II, so it's supposed to look old, but just visually, it's amazing. The actors that are in there is just incredible. Tom Hardy's in there, Michael Fassbender, Damian Lewis, just amazing. So there's loads more I'm missing as well. Just a great cast, unbelievable cast, and it's all true events, lodged in history. It's like a more accurate Sharp.
Yeah, and also I think what gives it a bit more sort of like impact is like at the beginning of episodes, you've got the old like airborne division, but people are actually involved in it.
And you don't find out until the last episode which one of them is. You're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, just magnificent piece of television. And even though it's only 1 season,
that's my only gripe with it is that it was 1 season. It could have.
You can't rule something out. Firefly was only 1 season. It's one of the greatest sci-fi series of all time.
Yeah, and I'm still annoyed because they cancelled it.
Well, so am I. But It doesn't mean it can't go on a list.
No, I'm not saying it can't go on a list. I'm saying is I knew it would have come up on like your list more than I knew it would have come up on Alan's. But my annoyance with it is that they could have done more with it, and there was open offers to do more with it, but they didn't.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
What were they trying to? What were they suggesting?
So this is the thing: is like they managed to sign on the better part of the surviving cast from the first season for another one.
Okay.
But they never got to it, and they could have done. And given how brilliant the first season was, because I have got no argument with how brilliant it was fucking amazing. And I did binge watch it inside 20 hours. But I'm not full of shit. I did watch it one full season. Some of us can still stay awake for 20 hours without falling asleep because we're not old as fuck. But
a matter of capability, you know, when you've got to be up for work at 5:30 in the morning, it's a bit of a challenge.
No, let's not bring work into this.
Oh, right. So anything in your life doesn't count. Well, we shall see, won't we? When we do our 24-hour gaming session, we shall see.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm more than capable, darling, of staying awake. But if you were to ask,
my annoyance with it.
If you were to ask someone what a typical day consists of, they would say between 6 and 8 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all you need to say.
No, but what I'm saying is it can be done.
I didn't say it couldn't be done, but not on a typical day.
Oh, no, my annoyance with it in terms of binge is that they had the option to do another season, but they didn't.
I don't see how they could have done because they went through the whole war.
Yeah, but there was opens. I don't know how they were going to go about it, but they were all prepared and signed on for more.
To be fair, I think that's probably what did stop it. They were a bit unambitious when they started it.
Yeah.
Thinking it wasn't going to be as successful as it was. And if you're going to be a dick, technically there was a season 2 and it was called The Pacific.
No, I disagree. But yeah.
Well, it was made by the same people, set in the same time period. So it could be argued as a sequel to the Band of Brothers. So it was certainly marketed as a sequel to get people to watch it.
Yeah.
And I didn't connect with people in the Pacific like I did in Band of Brothers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No.
I reckon in the comments people should fire off if you think that a bingeable series should only be classed as more than one series. So I want to hear people's opinions.
Yeah.
I want to hear people giving Mike shit as well.
No, I don't want to hear any sort of any nastiness. I just want to hear
not
nasty.
That's just my opinion. Is if I'm going to binge something, to me it's more than one season of something. I know for a lot of people it is just watching a lot in one go of the same thing, but for me, I'd like it to have more than one season because you get to the end of that first season and then you're annoyed because you're done with it.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying that surely it has to go on TV time. That's all I'm saying. Because Alan's, what was that comedy series? Something in
Sunny.
It's always Sunny in Philadelphia.
How many episodes of that is there?
Well, there's 14 seasons at the moment.
And the average is 18 to 20 episodes per season.
Yeah. They've cut it down recently, but yeah.
But 20 minutes an episode, you're saying, yeah?
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Yeah, so 60 episodes of that. So let's say it only ran for 3 seasons of 20-minute episodes. That would be all right as a bingeable series.
Yeah, and I'm well aware that would take up the same amount of time as what Band of Brothers would.
Well, that's my point.
No, but what I'm saying is, you get to that once it's done. It's one and done.
It's just the same as being 3 and done. Same screen time.
No, because there's nothing there coming forward. You know, nowadays watching something along the lines of let's say Arrow, Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know there's another season coming. So when you've binge watched that, you know there's something else to come afterwards.
What if WandaVision's only one series?
But again, it interlinks with the entire MCU. It links into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which then links into, I believe, Loki.
Yeah, but it's still only one series.
Yeah, but it's part of something bigger. So it's not that, is it? It's not just WandaVision. It's the whole MCU that links into.
But if you were putting WandaVision on this list, you couldn't say the whole MCU is your choice. So for the purposes of this
but I wouldn't have put WandaVision on this list. Why? Because it's not even one full season yet. Even though I could go back and, I rewatch episodes. Like I rewatched yesterday's episode twice because it was brilliant.
So do we need to revisit our sci-fi special because Firefly only got one season, so it's not worthy?
Never said that. Because that wasn't binging. That wasn't about
just
binging.
Just because it's got one series, it doesn't mean you can't binge watch it.
No. What I'm saying is because that sci-fi special was something completely different. That was our favourite sci-fi shows.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, would you not class watching all of Firefly?
I like this. Like he's got to be to the point where I go, okay, you're right. So he can sit there and go, yes, I'm right.
Well, no, I am right, but that's not the point.
But you're not.
If you sat and watched the entirety of Firefly, you wouldn't count that as binge watching. If you sat and watched 14 hours of Firefly,
no.
Well, then you need to look up the definition of binge watching.
No.
Well, yes.
No, I don't.
So what is your definition of binge watching?
Oh, mate, why? You got to be such a pain in the ass. Right, I've got my opinion on what I call binge watching. You've got.
Well, that's what I'm asking
just
you.
Leave it at that.
But that's what I'm asking you. What your opinion is of binge watching, and what time does it need to be?
What do you mean?
I'm interested.
Does it need to be?
Obviously, it has to be a specific amount of time to qualify.
No, it doesn't. It's my idea of binge watching is that there's more than one of it. So, like,
Well, that's just watching.
No, it's not, because I can watch that and then carry on to another season of it. Binge watching, taking it all in, more of it.
Makes no sense, but okay. I'm just confused, that's all.
No, you're not. You just want me to sit there and go, you're right. So for the purposes of this, you are right, James.
I just said that's not what it's about. I just think 20 hours of television is worthy length of time to class as a binge, that's all. It's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time, yeah.
That's all. And like I said, I wanted to know what your classification was.
I think Band of Brothers was your choice. I knew it would come up on someone's, but for me, it's not a bingeable series. But that's my opinion. Like 24 was 7 seasons long. That's a binge series for me.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm still not convinced. Okay. I hope you enjoyed our argument.
I was say, fire off in the comments, people watching.
Yeah.
I want to see your opinions on the matter.
I just like to say it wasn't about hearing you saying that I was right. I just think that 20 hours is a long time. That's all.
Cool.
Well, he's sad now.
No.
Hey, tune in next week where we're going to argue again because we're doing Room 101 next week. And God help us if there's something that we don't agree on in one of our lists. So until then, take care. Say cheerio, chaps.
Yeah, cheerio, chaps.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and find the main show, Get Loose, with Mike and myself, right here.